So, Sherry, it's been a beautiful 3-month container working with you. We've learned so much and you've accomplished so much. Tell me a little bit about where you were at in the beginning of your journey and where you are now at the end of this journey.
So I would actually say it was maybe at the beginning of my journey. I want to say maybe it was maybe it was a month to a month and a half before we had our initial meeting to see about coaching. And I had made a comment in one of our mastermind groups about wanting to be a life coach. And you said, Shari, you'd be an amazing life. Everyone who here, raise your hand if you think Shari would be a great life coach. And like you planted this seed in me. It was there, but the that I actually could do it. Um, and and then I just kept thinking about it, and then really, really wanted to do something special for me. And I thought, you know what, if I could meet with James and see what he could do to how he could help me become a life coach, it could actually maybe be real. It could happen for me. And I went into our meeting, and I was actually a little bit blown away about how well you pulled information from me about where I wanted to go and in my life, and then met me with how you could help me get there. And and I want to say that um, I thought your feedback and your ideas were great, but I didn't fully understand the role of a coach is the number one role, which I think is having belief in your client. Like I would show up each week, and I would be doing more projects, and I would be having these challenges, and you never wavered. Like, you just were always there for me and encouraging me, and talking me off the ledge every once in a while. You had to do that. Thank you. But just helping me reframe what I already knew in there, and then also offering new insights. So you asked me where I was and where I started, and I have such a greater appreciation of the role of a coach, and also, yes, it's helping people, but it's that belief. Like, I didn't realize how that's at the very core. So I feel like that is such a valuable lesson for me, and just me wanting to be a life coach and having this experience of working with you. So I don't know if that was even where I was going to go in the beginning when you asked me that question, but it was more of the value, the
Yeah.
experience of having you as a life coach, not to mention the mind-blowing results that I've
Mm,
had, like where there was nothing and now there is something. That the tangible part, like we took conceptual things and made them happen.
yeah.
It created, it's so creative, this whole experience. Like, I feel like this was the most creative growth spurt I've ever
Wow.
had in my life.
Wow. Tell me about the results we accomplished. I mean, obviously I know, but
Mhm.
for the person
Yeah.
watching this,
Okay. Well, that um, that I'm a published author right now, and that wasn't even our original thought. It was like, oh well, you need. How about making an ebook, a mini ebook? And I found that I just couldn't make a mini ebook. Like, once I started writing, it's like, oh no, this book has its life of its own. It's got a, this is happening. And the reason why I know that is because it happened so fast that I think it's been germinating for such a long time. I know it has. I know because I've wanted to write a book for such a long time, and whatever planets aligning, everything happening where we were working together at this particular time uh, was just perfect because this I had enough life experience in the last 5 years of my recovery. I had something to write about, and I had this genuine desire to help other people. And I just somehow it just kind of had a life of its own. But so the book, that was the book, um, the website, uh, got that set up. I also published my first YouTube video, which um, it, it's there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, besides the script writing and polishing, and then there's the whole audio edit that you have to do, and then thinking of the title and how you're going to hook people in, and then the thumbnail. I had never even considered the thumbnail before, and we did spend time on that, and I think we came up with a really awesome design that I would hope it works so I can leverage it as well. But there were so many things that I hadn't considered, and just kind of flowed organically into a finished product. So, so the YouTube video, and then created a landing page with a subscribe capture with a free lead magnet. So I had created a mini ebook that would add value to somebody suffering from chronic migraines, and had to just the tech stuff, I will say, was a challenge for me, but I did it. And there, I like it when I have setbacks because you're like, there's something here to learn. And I just kept at it and overcame these obstacles that felt insurmountable to me. So I think even just having today, like I do feel like I've jumped over 6 hurdles to get to this day, and we're here.
Yeah.
So I imagine I did other things too. I mean, I think one of the biggest and most profound psychological blocks that you helped me with was the skeleton that I had in my closet. And that, I mean, I think if you remember, it was like, oh no, oh no. Like, I know why I'm having this reaction, but oh no, I'm never going there, ever. And I went there. Like that,
Yeah.
that growth, like I don't know how I would have done that.
It was something that I think you said to me you were never going to share with your kids or anyone ever. And then in the middle of our coaching, you decided, okay, I'm ready to share it. And it wasn't, it released something in you. What do you think is the biggest difference you see in your own confidence and belief in yourself and capability of what you're capable of before and after our coaching?
Mm-hmm. I definitely had a lot more doubts coming into this, and it just was my default. I didn't realize like I needed to have a little bit of space, and what was really great is yeah, you wanted to hear about what I was accomplishing, but you wanted to hear about my struggles too. You wanted to hear where I was having visceral reactions or being triggered or was having challenging times. And it brought a greater awareness for me to pay attention more. I'd like to think I was a little more, I mean, I am self-aware, but this, you kind of elevated that up. bumped it up a level. And I think that it gave me a little bit of space around those limiting beliefs or challenges that I was having. And we were just able to talk about it and dissect it, and I guess it's like have be a little bit more removed from it, so there's not the emotional sting. It's almost like you also use a little bit of cognitive behavioral therapy, because like you were asking, like, well, what is the proof that like that's going to happen to you, and it, and it speaks to my logical mind. It's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's going to happen to me. That is just a fear that I have. So, um, oh my goodness, I don't even remember the question. Sorry, James, I was going off
It's
on.
fantastic. It's yeah, you were an amazing client because everything I would tell you to do, you would actually go and do it, and which is actually rare. Sometimes, you followed through on the homework. I would say, hey, um, this is how you create an ebook. This is how you publish it on Kindle, and you would go and do it. And then you would run into, let's say, some sort of block, and we would work through it, and then you'd keep going. Same thing with the YouTube. You were such a great student of the work and of doing the work. And I think that's why you had such amazing results. I mean, for someone listening to this, if maybe they don't realize, like Shari didn't have any book, and by the end of this, she's a published author on Kindle, and there's a paperback version coming out later this week. You had no YouTube channel or YouTube presence. Now you're a YouTuber with your first video published. I don't remember if you had a website. I don't think you had a website.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a website with the ability for people to book coaching with you, subscribe to your newsletter, get your free lead magnet, connect with you, find out more about your story, read your book. So there's been a huge shift in, even like when I first met you in our group mastermind, you were, I think, much shyer. And now you're this full-blown force of, I'm ready to be seen. I'm ready to share my knowledge. I'm ready to be seen by the world. And that, I think, is going to serve you really beautifully. Was there any favorite moments in our coaching that come up for you, or anything that you're just going to remember from our container?
Um, I think it was maybe our second or third call when I all of a sudden had a list of issues that I have ran into, and you're like, "Oh, this is good." So I was like, "Okay," but you're like, "Yeah, this is really good. Let's work on these." So like that was cool, because it just was so much more than the tangible things we were working on. But it's really been enjoyable working with you, James, and just your energy, and I feel like I know that you go work with other coaches, and I get the best version of James, who learns all these things, and then you share them with me. So I do know that I'm accelerating or up leveling every time we get together. But I honestly say I look forward to these meetings every week. Um, and I like that we laugh a lot too,
Yeah.
like, because that's life. It's not all serious. You need to accomplish all this stuff. It's been fun and insightful. Yeah,
Mm.
and I do remember your other question, about, I think it was about having doubts coming into working together, and how that was kind of more my default. I definitely, definitely am a much more confident person. And I think having put myself in a situation where I had to create a lot of work and run into a lot of obstacles, and figure out how to get through them really helped build my resilience. Um,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and and also all of our audio recordings that we did, like
Mm,
self-worth. Um, I I must say I have been listening to Good Morning Legend now in the mornings, and I don't listen to the recordings as much as I would like to. Um, I need to get back into doing that, but they were really helpful. Just
mhm.
planting the seed and doing it. Definitely do it for at least a month. The same track, and then I would need something new because it just didn't fit
Yeah,
right anymore. So I liked that. Like that was another measurement of my progress of
to-
outgrowing little tools to
totally.
get me to the next spot.
I've seen you grow so much in these last 3 months. It's really been an honor to witness that, to witness the hard work you've put into this, the struggles you had to overcome, the your persistence, your resilience. I think you also showed yourself of like what you were capable of. Um, like really when you're when you push yourself to the edge with the right support by your side, how much you can accomplish. I think that's a testament to that. You're a testament to that. And I guess as a final question, if someone listening to this is considering to work with me in a coaching capacity, what would you tell them?
Just do it. I mean, if you're serious about a goal that you have and you want some support about achieving that and then some, um, that working with you, James, is definitely the path. I mean, you are so good at, I want to say attunement, like kind of figuring out where I'm at and how to help me get from point A to Z, really, and
Mm-hmm.
guiding me along the path, guiding whoever you work with. No, I think that they will get to discover so much of who they are and what they're capable of by working with you, in addition to the tangible outcomes. Like there's so many more intrinsic benefits that come with working with you. So I highly recommend it if you want to accomplish miraculous things in your life. Again, in this 3 month period, I just can't even believe how much we've accomplished. And I do love running into people who I haven't seen in a while, and they ask me how I'm doing, and they are blown away by what I've accomplished. And it
Because
feels so good.
isn't it true that you've been talking about writing a book for a long time, and now when you meet your friends and they're like, how, and you're like, I actually have a book now. Here it is. Here's what's happened in the last 3 months for me. It's so cool.
It's so cool. It's so cool. I love it. Thank you so much, James.
Thank you, Shari. Thank you so much.
Yeah, been an honor.